Rousseau's personal life, he married with the wife. He passed his more than 20 years with the wife. He had not number of the children, a woman, but he cannot marry with he. Even there was a charge on the Rousseau that he put his children into the orphanage. એના બાળકોને અનાથ આશ્રમ મૂકી આવતો હતો. Because his life was passed due to his ideology. There are a number of enemies in the political also. That's why I can say that my children brought up in better facility, got better facility in orphanage rather than I provide. હું એમને જે સગવડો આપી છે એના કરતાં વધુ સગવડો એમને ત્યાં અનાથ આશ્રમમાં મળશે. And that's what about his personal life. But dear friend, we have to put the mention. These are the points: full name, lifespan, age, speciality, major work, and his contribution. Here has a philosopher. The Rousseau as a philosopher, he contributes. His ideology highly impact on the French Revolution. His ideology was highly impact on the French Revolution, and even that it because you know about that the motto of the French Revolution is here. I have to write down that liberty, equality, and fraternity. And here that remember that even whenever the Indian Constitution written by the Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar, he also takes this ideology of liberty, freedom, equality, and fraternity or brotherhood from the French Revolution. Here even that he can impact on the Kant's and Wordsworth's poetry. The ideology of the Rousseau was impact on in the Wordsworth's poetry of Romanticism. Even that Rousseau's writing was highly appealed to the, not only dear friends, it's appealed to the American writer. Even that in America, the transcendentalism, it was a movement in America. Then Henry Louis, Emerson's, these are the writers. They are highly influenced by the writings of the Rousseau. Even that I find here I have to mention that there was the lexicographer. A lexicographer means શબ્દકોશ, શબ્દોનું વર્ણન કરે. A lexicographer, no Webster. In the next semester, when you study the development dictionary, that time you have to hear the name of that person. No Webster, just like Dr. Samuel Johnson. He can also highly the admirer of American writer and lexicographer. He was highly the admirer of the Rousseau's ideology. Even that friends, even that the Paragonnian's detector, Paragonnian Sarmukhtia, Gaspar Roderick established the social development of a nation on the base of the Rousseau's ideology. And it suggests that not only any part of the world, any thinker of the world, directly or indirectly influenced by the ideology of the Rousseau. Poets, Wordsworth, Kant, other side the detector, other side we can say writer of the American literature, even the French philosopher and thinker, they are highly contributed, they are highly influenced the ideology of the Rousseau. And we just you know how much we can appeal to that. He is one of the books. We can say that on the social contrast. That was his social writing on the social contrast. I quote the two quotation of the Rousseau's writing. In the social contrast, Rousseau I have to write down. Rousseau write down that man was born free and he is everywhere in the chain. A very well known sentence. Whenever we take the birth, we don't know in which religion we belong, in which caste we belong, what is the, but that time we are free from all this kind of the bondage of the society. How to act, how to behave, there are the number of the bondage in every stage. We are in the everywhere in the chain. જન્મ્યા ત્યારે એકદમ સ્વતંત્ર હતા, પણ પછી શું થાય? જાતિના, સમાજના, સંસ્થાના, એમ અલગ અલગ દરેક પ્રકાર, ઇવન દેટ વિથ ધ સ્ટેટ ગવર્મેન્ટના વી હેવ ટુ ટેક ઇન ધ ચેન. આપણે બંધનમાં રહેતા હોય છે. એન્ડ ઇટ ઇઝ ધ સેન્ટ્રલ આઇડિયોલોજી ઓફ ઇન social writing on the social contrast. One more example from I take up the Rousseau from is one of the novel on education or Emily. He can say that make the citizen good by training and everything else will follow. You just provided the better education to the people. In the sense, you have to make the citizen good by training. In the sense, you have to provide the better education or training to the citizen. He know how to behave properly, what to do for the development of the nation, what is the good quality or performance, or where we can say amusement, or we can say that those are the ideology I have to follow for the better development of or strengthen my nation. And that's why make the citizen good by training and everything else will follow. They have nothing to do the nation. You have to provide the better education to your citizen. Then everything later on automatically happen there. Who can train very well? He is nothing required to advise him again and again. He do his work properly. And these are the ideology of the Rousseau. Only these are whenever you try to read the Rousseau, that was a mind-blowing ideology of that. It must appeal to the develop the better, or we can say the utopian nation. A realistic base of the utopian nation ideology was developed by the Rousseau. Further, I want to say that some of the lines I want to read from that. We can say that what we discuss about that in these works. Rousseau's novel, Emily or on education, a treatise on the education of whole person for citizenship. If you want to create a good citizen, you provided a better education to your every citizen. His sentimental novel, second, Julia, or the new Hellesis was important to the development of pre-romanticism and romanticism in fiction. He was a key writer who can provided the basement to those are the romantic writer to write down or to develop the romantic element in the fiction and poetry, and they play the role by the Rousseau. And Rousseau's autobiographical writing, Confession, and this suggested the modern autobiography, how to write the modern autobiography. He can change, dear friend, the trend of writing the autobiography. Even his Reveries of the Solitary Walker, his other works, exemplify the late 18th century movement known as the Age of Sensibility. His other work, the title Reveries of Solitary Walkers. Reverie એટલે દીવા સપનો, સોલિટરી એકાંત, વોકર એટલે એકલા ચાલતા વ્યક્તિના દીવા સપનો એને લખ્યું અને એને 18th સેન્ચુરીના એજ ઓફ સેન્સિબિલિટી પર ઇમ્પેક્ટ કર્યું હતું. And for his discourse on the origin of inequality and social contract are concentrated in modern political and social thought. And these two works in impact on the modern politics and social thought. At the last, dear friends, we can say that in the words of Kingsley Martin, I quote, Rousseau was genius. The one word is enough for that. Rousseau was genius. Genius is a scholar, a personality who is extraordinarily talented, whose real influence cannot be traced with precise writing. We can say that his writing, real influence cannot be traced. Because it prevailed or it spread. All the thought followed him. Because now a time you can say everyone and every thought followed on the most of the new ideology that based on the ideology of the That's after Jean-Jacques Rousseau. Once again, we get within the few seconds the glass of that. Rousseau full name, Jean-Jacques Rousseau. Remember the spelling is quite different for traditional. If he is writing here, like one. He born 28 June 1712. He died 2nd July 1778. Age he belonged to the 18th century or the age of sensibility. His major works on the education, the novel Emily or on education. Second, sentimental novel Julia or the New Analysis. His autobiographical writing, Confession. His political writing, discourse on the origin of inequality. His social writing on the social contrast. His life, he belonged to the middle class family and he is proud for his middle class family and he stayed Geneva, and that's why each of the writing of the book wrote by the Jean-Jacques Rousseau, he write down Jean-Jacques Rousseau, comma, the citizen of Geneva. Then he lifetime, because he died whenever he was only 7, his mother was died. He was bred and brought up in the hand of his father and his uncle. His father played the role of mentor, we can say friend, philosopher and guide in the, we can say, built up the personality of the Rousseau. And then further we can say that he was highly appreciated on the French. His ideology was, we can say, basement on the French Revolution. And therefore, even the Indian Constitution written by the Dr. Sem.VPaper, they also take these are the, we can say, the points: liberty, equality, and fraternity or brotherhood from the French Revolution. His contribution based on this writing, even that we can discuss about the two quotes from his books, and you can understand very well the Rousseau. Thank you, dear friend. Goodbye.